I think the impact of cinema on social reality can be very, very strong, actually. It can move people in a way that will hopefully make them maybe want to take on the world in which they are living, not to stay spectators of their own world, but to take control of the world in which they are, take control of their lives, and act in the world in which they're living. So our film is about 4 former student militants who, after being discouraged by the fact that the social protest movement they had taken part in 2012 has kind of collapsed, they withdrew from society, and we pick them up 5 years later at a moment where they decide that they want to try and change the world again, but this time by resorting to much more radical means.
I think cinema can express at least throughout the vision of their author. I think if a filmmaker is truly sincere and shows the world in a sincere way, I think there can be truth in film.
Well, I think Godard was right. Actually, I think whether even if obviously cinema is mise en scène and there's an inherent fake aspect to putting people in front of a camera and deciding what they have to do and what they have to say. But that being said, the camera still has, and I think that's what Godard was talking about, the camera still has this very objective vision. To some extent, when you're shooting actors, you're almost making a documentary about actors interpreting their own roles, and I think there is only truth in there.
Well, the archives that are in the film were previously chosen during the writing process. So most of them were already there when we wrote the film, Mathieu and I. But when we edited it, there was some more archive that we had to find out to either to illustrate what we were saying or, on the contrary, to make a counterpoint. And so during this process, we find, and it's always a fine footage that comes from YouTube and different. So it's footage that is available for everybody, and that we integrate in the film.
And if I may add something, I think that our film, the starting point of our film is this very local event that happened in 2012 in Montreal, in Quebec, in Canada, and with the archival footage, we were trying to put this event in a wider context, so in a historical context, and also in the context of revolutionary movements all around the world. So that's one of the roles that this archival footage plays in the film. A number of years ago, there's a university professor of mine who told me once that for him, that artistic achievement for him was honesty and the capacity to articulate this honesty, and I think that applies to what a good film should be. I think it should be a very sincere point of view, and a point of view that is shared with the world, with the audience, in an aesthetic way that gives it weight. So that would be what a good film is for me.